like to share a recipe with you that's kind of special to me because it reminds me of my family heritage and actually the heritage of many peoples who were raised or born in societies where there was struggle. This one here comes from my family in Europe, where food never went to waste. They were always inventing new ways of using food that was left over because they didn't know where the next meal would come from. But it's the perfect meal because it has carbohydrates, it has a healthy protein and fats, and it has phytonutrients from vegetables. It's the perfect meal for performance, whatever your performance might be. The first element I'm going to use is millet. And it's not just a European food, it's actually an African food, an Asian food, it's a Middle Eastern food. It's everywhere. In fact, it's even mentioned in the Bible. But what's brilliant about it is the nutritional content of it and the carbohydrate content. It's a perfect base to make this recipe. 4 simple ingredients, and it's really quick to do. So typically, my mom would take leftover pasta that didn't have any sauce in it, and she would saute that inside olive oil and then pour the egg mixture. And you would see the pasta, the holes of the pasta. And it brought such a great memory. And this is reminiscent of that. And as much as it makes me feel good physically, it really does a lot to touch my heart. Because the millet's been cooked in water, it obviously has retained some of the moisture. And so what we will want to do is we want to dry the millet up slightly by putting it into the frying pan and let it heat up and dry out. So that's the first step. Now, while this is drying up, I'm going to slice some leek. Make sure it's clean. Just get it down the middle. Always check your leek to make sure that it's clean. This is the bottom of the leek, so it hardly has any of the dirt in there. And you can use green onion, you can use leek. I wouldn't use regular onion just because it takes longer to cook, and this is a quick dish. Don't want to overdo it. So now I'm going to pour some olive oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to throw in my meat. Let that cook up. You should take the spinach. I remember my mom making this on a Saturday afternoon after we cleaned the house. Brilliant. Now we gotta need some salt. I use the Himalayan sea salt because I like to get the minerals that are contained in the rock. And again, that's something that an athlete would want to make sure they're using is a high mineral salt, because you lose a lot of minerals when you sweat. So here's the opportunity to replenish those through the nutrients of the food, but also through the salt choices that you use. Look at that. So it's come together really nicely. So now I'm ready for the eggs. So what I'm going to do now before I put the eggs in is I'm going to add a bit more olive oil around the edges and in between and underneath, so that the eggs will stick. One of the things that you'll find most outstanding is because the millet has a really rich, nutty flavor, when you add the egg together, when you taste it, it tastes like bread with olive oil on it. It's ridiculous. Here you go. And so now you can spread it all around. But once you've done that, the trick is to let it sit and cook. Now, if you don't have millet, there are other leftover seeds that you can use, like quinoa, or couscous, or rice for that matter. Quinoa is another great alternative because of the amino acid profile and all the nutrients in there. So you have options. I wish you could smell that. Ha, brings back good memories. Got most of it in. Finish it off with a little bit of a healthy fat in the olive oil. And there you have it, the perfect athletic food. Carbohydrates, fats, good protein. For me, it's reminiscent of something more beautiful than just athletic performance. It's about connecting me back to my family. And yeah, it means a lot. But I know you'll enjoy it. Some fresh fruit, can't go wrong.